To 7 National News, here are the headlines. Ruler of Dubai authorises cash injection for Emirat. Abu Dhabi government hiring more Emiratis under Crown Prince's directives. And flash floods in the Philippines kills 11. And in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, authorised an increase in capital for the Emirates General Petroleum Corporation to 9 billion dirhams, up from 6 billion dirhams. The move was authorised after a federal cabinet meeting at the Presidential Palace, which also saw a budget allocation to the Sheikh Zayed housing programme for 2011 of 1.3 billion dirhams. The 50% increase of capital into Emirat comes after ongoing fuel shortages at petrol stations across Sharjah and some of the northern Emirates. Meanwhile, the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company announced today the reduction of shipments of crude oil to its customers for the month of August. Murban and Lower Zakum shipments will be reduced by 5%, and there'll be an 8% reduction for Sheikh and Upper Zakum shipments. The Abu Dhabi government is hiring more Emiratis after Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, called for departments and companies to aid more than 6,000 newly trained locals find jobs. The move is in line to promote the profile of citizens in the local workforce, and many companies are restructuring their recruitment strategies in coordination with the capital's Tortine Council. Emiratisation is at the forefront of the government's vision, who are now stepping up their efforts to find more jobs for nationals. The Dubai government has extended visas for home buyers in a bid to help reignite the country's property market. Home buyers will now be allowed visas for 3 years instead of the current 6-month period. The current law states that foreign owners of property worth more than 1 million dirhams can apply for a visa, which must be renewed every 6 months at a cost of 2,000 dirhams. The extended 3-year visa is welcome news for the property sector, which Emaar's chairman, Mr. Mohammed Al-Labar, said in a statement released today will significantly enhance investor confidence and drive the growth of the country's property sector. And the TRA has announced free parking across Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Sharjah on Thursday to mark the public holiday of Al-Isra wal Miraj. The TRA released a statement stating the exemption of parking fees within all parking zones except the Deira Fish Market. The RTA director of the parking department has urged people to use parking spaces responsibly. Additionally, all traffic flow inbound from streets that interchange at Al Salam Street in Abu Dhabi will be diverted on Thursday due to a temporary closure for maintenance work. Al Salam Street will reopen on July the 15th. Over the past 15 years, Emiratis have been the leading blood donors in the country, according to the UAE Ministry of Health. At a ceremony today, the ministry commended the significant contributions to the UAE's blood supply from more than 60 organisations from the private and public sectors. In 2008, the World Health Organization recognised the UAE as the first Arab country and the 5th leading in the world in terms of blood donation and transfusion services. Khadija Salih has this report.
The UAE is not a stranger to accidents and emergencies. Throughout the years, the government and the private sector has been responding to the call for help through a variety of initiatives. Among these is the growing culture of voluntary blood donation. Hence, the UAE Minister of Health, His Excellency Dr. Hanif Hassan Ali Al Qasim, honored 66 organizations from various sectors at the ceremony today.
People who are living in the UAE, nationals and non-nationals, are very much supportive, and they are forthcoming, of course, to donate the blood.
According to Dr. Amin Al-Amiri, Assistant Undersecretary for Medical Practices and Licensing at the Ministry of Health and Chairman of the National Blood Transfusion Committee, the country has indeed come a long way. He encourages everyone to maintain the spirit of giving, especially during Ramadan.
We have a huge number of the Muslims and non-Muslims, Emiratis, Arabs and non-Arabs that are donating blood in our center. We are so proud of all of them. and we encourage the people during month of the Ramadan after iftar that to give blood, because it's very healthy. Giving blood, it supports not only the patients and the country, but it supports the blood donor himself.
Ministry of Health statistics show that residents between 26 to 35 years make up a huge percentage of blood donors, followed by those between 36 to 45 years. In the UAE, Emiratis are in the lead of donors, followed by other nationalities. Mohammed Isa Al Gurer is one of these nationals who inspired more than 200 of his employees to do the same annually.
It's a personal donation. You're donating part of yourself as it is. So we started that, and the blood bank offered to come. It was an uneasy start, but then people got used to it. Every year it grows, and I think we've reached 250 plus donations this year. And I hope by our recognition in this, it will encourage other companies to move in the same direction. I mean, there are many other companies that could request and plan such a donation drive, which will be beneficial for the country in general.
Among those awarded included ministry employees, committee members who worked on the blood transfusion federal law, hospitals, and various companies from the public and private sectors, who all understood the need and the responsibility to the community.
We believe in universal brotherhood. That's what our name stands for. We believe that all human beings are same. And we also believe in one quotation which I remember, that blood should flow in veins, not in the drains. So that's the message, that blood can only be donated by a human being. This is the best gift we can give, one human being can give to another human being.
At present, the UAE ranks first among the Arab countries and the fifth in the world in blood donation and transfusion. The country's blood supply responds to a variety of demands such as anemia, thalassemia, surgeries, accidents, and many more. It is hoped that the selfless giving of the community will continue to help save lives. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
E-commerce, as the new wave of doing business and improving customer relationships, is gradually replacing traditional media. As the digital marketing event jointly organised by Dubai Internet City and Click 5.0 concluded today, industry experts have been discussing the impact of using digital platforms for business growth. Experts revealed how companies in the MENA region are spending 22% of their annual marketing budget on e-commerce. The UAE is at the forefront of the region's ITC industry, with an estimated 3,779,000 internet users and an internet penetration of 75.9%. With Social Media Day being celebrated tomorrow throughout the Emirates, there is a strong desire in the community to gain knowledge surrounding internet tools within business strategies.
Today we spend a lot of money in terms of research, whether it be mystery shoppers or we part of the Dubai Service Excellence Scheme where we get audited over there, which is nice, but that's third-party feedback, whereas we've got the feedback live on our blogs, on our Facebook page, on our Twitter feed, which we're not paying for, but it's feedback coming directly to us. And it's only with that feedback that we can actually improve ourselves.
An emerging region with emerging growth and emerging economies, the potential for social media to be utilized as a frontline or as a customer service touch point are exponential.
And looking to news abroad now, flash floods reaching up to 10 foot high, triggered by heavy rain, killed 11 people and forced evacuations in Davao City in the southern Philippines on Tuesday night. 8 of the casualties were under 10 years old, and 13 people are still missing. The floods affected thousands of residents and damaged dozens of homes. Some houses were completely washed away, according to the city mayor. National Weather Bureau PAGASA said that more rain showers and thunderstorms may hit the southern Philippines this week due to an intertropical convergence zone, and warned of possible flash floods and landslides. New Mexico fire managers continue to reinforce ground crews, battling for a third day against a roaring blaze at the edge of one of the United States' top nuclear weapon production centers. Nuclear Watch New Mexico said on its website that its greatest concern was for the 20,000 55-gallon sealed drums of plutonium-tainted waste stored at one corner of the complex. Officials for the government-run lab said the stored waste is considered low-level radioactive material and that the overall facility is well protected. The fire is believed to have been ignited on Sunday by a fallen power line.
We have not lost any structures at the laboratory or in the town site, and we don't plan on losing any structures.
Release of radioactive materials and hazardous materials. There hasn't been any. Let me say that again. There hasn't been any.
And up next, we've got the day's business news, so stay with us.